No, it's, see where the rail climbs up to the left?
Yeah.
All right, if you sort of walked between our railroad and the MTA trolley track that's going up to the left,
yeah,
you would go down into a valley, and there's the Maryland and Pennsylvania, the Ma and Pa Railroad's terminal is down in there.
Oh.
And if you get on the MTA here and ride over, you go to Mount Royal Station on the MTA, and right across the street is the Baltimore, Ohio's Mount Royal Station, which is a beautiful building that is used for this rented business space or something there.
Okay.
Good place to watch trains though.
Very good.
The tunnel porter's right there.
But on your day off,
No. I've taken the trolley up around, and you have to wait a while to get the trolley going the other way. It's a sort of an intersection point, so it's sort of by default.
But you hardly go train spotting on your day off, do you?
Sometimes.
Maybe sometimes.
I'm proud to admit it.
A lot of closet rail enthusiasts, and less closet now than years ago on the road. I always told people, when someone on the railroad said, what are you, don't you get enough trains? I don't like trains, it's just a job. Well, would you really want to fly with a pilot that wasn't enthusiastic about flying?
True, that's true, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of folks out here who truly love railroading.
Yeah.
And for some, unfortunately, it grows to be just a job. But when you do that, you need to go out and watch a train go by, or ride with folks like we've got on this train.
Yeah.
Go, wow, that's what you do. Yeah. That's the fun stuff.
I have a video of the horseshoe curve where you look back at yourself and you see your tail. That's pretty amazing.
That's a beautiful ride up through there.
Yeah.
That is incredible.
I had a neat trip there once some years ago. I was taking my daughter, who was about 12 or so at the time, and I told her about Horseshoe Curve. And it's this really neat thing, and it's quite the sight. And I didn't remember exactly where it was in time on the railroad. I knew it was west of Altoona, but I didn't know how far. So we kept watching out of the window, and it was dark. And it's hard to know just when it would come. I knew that you start making this curve to the left.
That you'd feel it.
You'd feel it. So we were watching, and there were two rail fans in the car, or in the sleeping car with us, and we were in the hallway looking out. None of us knew exactly where it was, and the hallway was too bright, so you couldn't see out of the windows very well. So one guy got a pillow from the room and held it against the light fixture, which would make the hallway dark. And then they traded off. Okay, Joe, you hold it for a while. And he'd get tired, then the other guy would hold it up. And so they held this up, and eventually we got to the point where you could see it. And we were just about to start around the curve, and coming down on the high side, because leaving Altoona going west is ascending. Okay, so coming down on the far side of the curve, there was a freight train coming down. So you could see its headlight, and you can see it on the wall of the embankment there. You could see the headlight. And you could see an Amtrak train was coming down at the same time, because it's a 3-track railroad there.
Okay.
And they were going just slightly different speeds, so that the freight train would pull ahead a little bit, and then the Amtrak train would pull ahead a little bit, and then he kept sliding, a little bit faster, a little bit slower. And they're coming down the track together like that.
Wow,
and it was quite dark by this point, because the Amtrak train, the eastbound Amtrak train was quite late that day. So we passed, the other two trains and us passed about the center of the curve. So it was pretty deep.
It was 3 trains together?
Well, there was 2 trains going east and 1 train going west.
Okay.
And we passed, all 3 of us passed about the same spot.
Wow.
So it was kind of, but it was the lighting effect from this, and the lights from the passenger windows and things. It was really neat, and of course it's quite interesting to go around the curve.
Yeah.
So does this generally happen, or was this just a coincidence that's rare?
It's a busy place as far as freight traffic, but the fact that we went through there just when a passenger train was coming the other way was pure accident, because the eastbound train was couple of hours late. So normally we wouldn't have passed it there. It's a neat place to visit in Dixie if you've not been on the ground there, because you can actually go up to the top of the curve and stand 50 feet from the tracks. And they have a radio there so that it's listens to the radio frequency of the dispatcher, so you can hear the actual railroad chatter to the crews. And of course you can hear the locomotives come from quite a distance because they're working hard if they're ascending. And if they're descending, the dynamic brakes are working hard, so there's a lot of noise. Either way, you really hear it.
Wow.
And often they have a helper locomotive on the rear.
Ooh, what a tumble.
So that's the fourth.
That's the fourth, Henry.
Those markers